Well, good morning, South Valley Community Church. If you've been coming to the church for quite some time, then you know that every month of August, we typically dedicate that to something called apologetics. Apologetics is just a sort of fancy theological term that essentially means the defense of the faith. Or to maybe put it better, it's the reasonable defense of Christian belief and doctrine. And we always, in the month of August, dedicate that entire time period to apologetics. In the times we are living in, we think it is of utmost importance that Christians are regularly equipped to articulate a defense of the Christian belief and doctrines that they hold. And so the good news is we will continue having the month of August be dedicated to apologetics. Now, the pandemic certainly presents a number of logistical problems and concerns. Different speakers from around the country, different categories of vulnerability. So the good news is it's still happening. It will be taking place the same way our services have been taking place throughout the pandemic. They will be on our YouTube channel. On Sunday mornings, you just go straight to YouTube and you can experience the entire service, worship as usual, and announcements. But instead, you'll be getting equipped by some of the best apologists from around the country. So same as usual, services will be on YouTube, and good news, apologetics will still be taking place. 2, we have started a new series this week called Picture This, and we spent a lot of time and effort and work to bring this to life. Essentially, we are going outside on location and to explore the images of Jesus. Jesus used images in all of his teachings. The metaphors are everywhere, the images, the pictures. The difficulty, however, is that some of those images are foreign to us. We're separated by 2,000 years and 7,000 miles from the time and location that Jesus used them in. So what we want to do is bring those images to life. And so if you missed this Sunday's message, again, go to our YouTube channel. You're already here. Catch up on Sunday service. Try to always make Sunday a discipline that you're watching those services on Sunday so you still maintain that habit. But if you miss it, it's there on YouTube for you to go back and watch anytime throughout the week. And lastly, a brief word of encouragement. When I reflect on all that's going on in the world, it's easy for me to be pessimistic. That's part of the way I'm wired. I'm a very critical person. I think critically about things. I try to find holes in things. And so I have a natural bent to have a pessimistic view. And certainly there's a lot of reasons to be pessimistic. There's not a lot of good coming out of this. I mean, a global pandemic doesn't produce much good. And so people like me tend to focus on the negative. And talking with a lot of you, even the optimistic people are getting stuck focusing on the negative. However, this is my encouragement. The Bible says that what Satan, the world, or people can mean for evil, God can use for good. And so what I want you to be thinking about is how in the midst of the circumstances we find ourselves in, how in that world can God be using all this bad stuff? How can God flip it for good? What is God doing? What is God doing in the midst of the events that we find ourselves in? And I want you to think about that personally too. Don't just think big picture like in the country, the culture, the world. What is God doing for good presently in the midst of a lot of bad stuff? And how then can you, as a faithful Christian, get on board with what God is doing? So take some time this week to reflect on that, to pray about it. And we will talk soon. And we are looking forward to apologetics and the rest of this Picture This series. So hang in there and we'll see you soon.